morning everybody, happy Friday, hope you're all well. I feel like I need to tell you something and prove something before I start today's video, and that is that I own two of these black big jumper dresses, this one and this one that I'm about to go and put in the wash because I've been wearing it for the last 2 days, and now I'm about to wear this one for the next 2 days, and so on and so on and so on. And that's because I have no idea about fashion, no idea about what's in style, and no idea how to style myself, and I hate it. And I would love to know what I'm doing and what I should be wearing so that I can ditch the big black jumper dresses and stop looking like a dirty tramp that doesn't change her clothes, because I really do. This one's going in the wash. But yeah, I just felt like there is a utility room over there. I haven't just locked in the hallway. I felt like I needed to just clear that up. I mean, I don't know if the trolls have even noticed yet. I'm sure that if they haven't, they would have done soon. But yeah, I'm back for another winter of wearing jumper dresses because I've A, got no style, B, got no clue about fashion, and C, I've lost the ability to control what I'm putting in my mouth. And I've joined the gym and I just can't seem to find the time to actually go to the gym. I'm feeling super overwhelmed with life at the moment. I just don't seem to be able to catch all the balls and keep them in the air. I just keep dropping them. So yesterday I had planned to go to the gym, but I hadn't walked the dog. And I said before I joined the gym that I wasn't going to join the gym because I don't have enough hours in my day, and if I did join the gym, it couldn't be at the sacrifice of something else. So I'd still need to like keep all the balls in the air. So I dropped Summer to a rehearsal. She was supposed to be there for an hour, came straight home, grabbed the dog, went out for a walk with the dog. Halfway through my walk, got a text from Summer that her rehearsal would finish early. So I came home, dropped the dog, jumped back in the car, went and picked Summer up, dropped her to her next commitment, which was a dance lesson. And by that point, I was too frazzled to go to the gym last night. But yeah, it always feels like for me to go to the gym, something else has to give, and I don't want to sacrifice things like the dog being walked. Yes, Sienna? No, Charlie's not allowed one of those. Sienna and Kev last night made some mango, like, I saw it on somewhere on social media obviously, that you blend mango, frozen mango and yogurt together, and then use a piping bag and make like sweet-sized mango yogurty frozen things, and you can snack on them. And she's made it a bit too big. They made them a bit big, but they made them last night, and now she's constantly in and out of the freezer grabbing them. But yeah, where was I to? Don't want to sacrifice, especially the dog being walked. So I haven't been getting to the gym, which means I'm still in jumper dresses. But I didn't do a vlog yesterday because Felicity, bless her, is struggling again with her tonsils. So we're about to, what time are we on? Got 10 minutes, and then we're going to head up to the doctor's and get her tonsils checked. I'm pretty certain it's going to be an antibiotics job because you can see the that there's a pretty nasty big white sort of blister on one of them. So I think that it's going to be antibiotics. She also hurt her non-CRPS knee in gymnastics on Friday. So I think I might have already mentioned this, she was jumping on the trampette and she slipped off the end and she hit the floor with her leg completely straight, which obviously sent like the force up through her leg and her knee. And we went straight away then on our weekend away, and I just took Calpol Nurofen, kept her dosed up, and she was really busy, so she seemed fine. And then since we've got home, she seems to be struggling more with it, but I don't know how much is it that it's hurting and how much of it is in her head where she's just worrying because of what obviously happened to her other knee. So she's got a bad knee, bad tonsils, feels like poo. She only got I think she got about 7 hours sleep last night, which is not nearly how much sleep Felicity normally has. She could sleep for England. Here she comes, here she is. So we're off to the doctor's in a minute, first port of call, and then I've got to drag them all the way to Doniford to pick up a bag of bedding. That is all I've got to do today. Is there a cat in the garden again?
Is it coming?
Is it the same cat that keeps going in the rabbit hutch? Yep, we seem to have acquired. We seem to have acquired a black cat just in time for Halloween. That's it. I think is it a sign, Lissy? We've acquired a black cat in time for Halloween. That means you're going to turn into a witch. Or I'm going to turn into... Well, actually, I'm already halfway there, aren't I? I'm already halfway there with the big black dress. All I need is a hat.
And my cardigan.
All I need is a hat and a crooked nose. I've already got the chin. I'm almost there. So the other day, I opened an email that I hadn't noticed. It'd been in my email box for about 2 weeks. And it was from the girls' old school to say they'd found a pencil case belonging to Felicity. So I said to Felicity, have you, like, lost a pencil case? And she was like, I don't know. So she was racking her brains. And I thought, oh, it was a couple of weeks ago, so they might well have just got rid of it by now. But I had a load of old school uniform that I didn't have anything to do with, so I just took it out to the school to donate it, and her pencil case was still there, and it was the one she had for Christmas last year. She's completely forgotten all about it, but she's loving going back through it because there's bits and bobs in there that she traded. I think it was this pencil. She used to do trades with her friends.
Look, it's
all different colours?
Yeah.
It's rainbow colours. So yeah, she's got her pencil case back. We've been over to Doniford, collected the bag of bedding. Highly annoying, but as I said the other day, it's the end of season. I've only got a couple of cleans left to do, and then it's done for the year. It's season over. And Sienna had said, can I have a McDonald's today instead of sweets? And I was like, to be fair, they're both unhealthy, so let's go for the McDonald's. Fancy the change of scenery, however, so as we were almost all the way to Minehead, we've driven to Minehead. We're going to go in, grab something to eat. Felicity says she's just going to have a Happy Meal. She's not sure how much she'll manage to eat. The doctor says she's got more of a pharyngitis rather than a tonsillitis. Her tonsils are still abnormally huge for her throat, but there's still time for her to grow into them, so we'll see how she goes over the weekend, and if she feels any worse then they'll start her on antibiotics, but for now just going to see how she rolls over the weekend. I reckon she's still going to manage to eat a little bit of McDonald's. And Sienna's got some winning Monopoly tickets that she wants to trade in. What have you got?
£quarter-pounder.
A £quarter-pounder. I'm not sure she'll be able to eat a £quarter-pounder. That is a very, 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 very big burger for such a little girl.
Good?
Do you like it or not? You don't like it? I did say I didn't think you would like it. We did get a backup. We got a backup of chicken nuggets, didn't we? I'm not sure if it's because it's opposite Butlins and it's an adult weekend, but it was like a blooming rave in McDonald's. The music was so loud. Not complaining, they were playing the Spice Girls. I'll be back down here myself in a couple of weeks to go to a 90s weekender for my friend's 40th. But yeah, it's full of like groups of like hens and stag parties in there, and very, very, very loud music. Sienna didn't like a £quarter-pounder. I knew she wouldn't, but it was one of those winning Monopoly stickers, so it was no big deal. And we're now going to drive home the scenic route over Exmoor, so we can see all of the changes of the leaves, and maybe if we're lucky we might... You're cold, I know. Sienna dressed for the middle of summer today.
I didn't know it was going to be a bit cold.
You said to me, Mummy, is it sunny today? I said, yes, Sienna, it's sunny, but not like sunny summer sunny. It's just not raining for once.
You said that was okay to wear.
Yeah, I did say it was okay with a pair of leggings. You just forgot the leggings. We passed loads and loads of tractors on the way here, and I said to the girls, do you know why there's so many tractors? And Felicity got it right. She said, because it's finally stopped raining and they can harvest, isn't it? And there was probably a good 7 or 8 tractors that we saw on the way. But we're going to go for a drive over the hills, and we might be lucky. That's what I was going to say. We might be lucky and we might see some deer.
Oh, I'm scared.
Keep your eyes peeled, okay? Felicity's more worried that I'm going to get lost. I'm trying to tell her that this is my old stomping ground. I will not get lost. I am, however, going to put my phone on charge because it's about to go flat.
I want to give you a million things, 'cause isn't love what it's all about? And how to make you smile again is something that I want to figure out. I wanna catch you like every time that you fall. I wanna give you the world, world that is outside your walls. If I was God, I would save you, take you where you belong. If I could, I would give something new, then I would have what it takes. Make you feel like you're safe, cause all I need is just someone like you, someone like you, someone like you.
The sledge, how much fun that would be.
Oh, that would be so fun.
Look at this beautiful house.
That's
It's a hedge trimmer.
Is it? So it's cutting hedges.
Yeah, it's going to let me pass. Look.
Yay! He's kind.
Bloody just flipped up, like.
Oopsies. Now we're gonna have a muddy car. Jumping up and down in a muddy puddle. Splish, splash, splash.
Make you feel like you're safe, cause all I need is just someone like you, someone like you, someone like you. Yeah, I just need someone like you.
We're in the car and we took
Walks, look. Okay.
You can go down there. You can go down there. I'm pretty sure you can go right down there. And we're back on the road.
Cause all you need is somebody.
Maybe we can go up for a walk. Maybe.
I definitely have the best husband ever. I just walked into the house and I was like, hang on a second. Firstly, why is there flowers and sweets and a card on the side? And secondly, this kitchen is definitely cleaner than the one I left this morning. And Kev came home on his lunch break and tidied up the kitchen and left me flowers, sweets and a card just to say thank you, and you are doing a good job at homeschooling, even if you do doubt yourself every single day. And today and yesterday is definitely prime example of the days where I feel the most like I'm failing and I'm totally overwhelmed by all of this home education. I have to go back and forth to Doniford. I've got to see out the rest of this season, and I've not made a decision on whether or not I'll go back next year to the caravan park. It'll all depend on whether I've got off of this seesaw, which I'm currently on, where some days I feel like I'm absolutely, I'm killing it. I know what I'm doing. And other days where I feel like I am drowning and I'm overwhelmed and I'm not enough and I'm failing, and if I fail, it's not going to be me that's going to suffer, it's going to be the kids. And then I start to feel like really anxious with myself and worried that I'm just messing all of this up. So if I can get myself on an even keel, then maybe I'll go back. But at the moment, I just need to get to the end of this caravan season, so I'm not taking chunks out of their days where I'm having to drag them down to Doniford. They've got to sit around whilst they don't sit around, they go up the park and onto the to the beach and stuff. But I can't, I just need to get to the end of the season so that they're not having to take up huge parts of their days coming to work, and they're not at home doing like pen to paper education. But they don't need to be at home doing pen to paper education, and that's another thing that I struggle with, is there are plenty of people out there who do home education really well that never ever do a workbook or a worksheet. But I feel personally that we don't live an enriching enough life to do that. Like, we're not growing our own vegetables, or we haven't got an allotment, and we're not massively like outdoors type of people. So I do worry that I'm not leading an enriching enough life to do that side of home education. I would love to be out and about more as well. I'd love to be, like today, we're going for a drive over the hills. I'd have loved nothing more than to have been able to stop and go for a walk. But because of Felicity's leg, we're not as free anymore to go off and have walks and stuff. There's a lot more to think about before just jumping in the car, driving to the woods and going for a walk. So yeah, it's been hang on 2 seconds, Sienna. And if the question you're waiting to ask me is, can I eat your sweets? The answer is no. No, you've just had McDonald's. So yeah, Kev's obviously noticed that I'm feeling super like overwhelmed. No, Sienna. And he's brought home sweets and flowers and tidied up for me, which means the world. It really does, especially the tidying up the kitchen bit, because I did quickly wipe over the sides and load the dishwasher before I left, but I didn't do a lot else other than that. I was just like 10 minutes to go until we had to leave for the doctor, so I was like, how much can I squeeze into 10 minutes, you know, at least if I can clean the worktops. Although I did worry that by the time I got home, Jamie would have been in and cooked lunch and would have left behind a mess, because that's what he always does, despite how many times we tell him not to. So maybe he did create a mess, but I haven't had to come in and see it because Kev's come home on his break and dealt with it. But anyway, we drove over the hills, didn't see any deer or stags, but we did talk lots about rutting season, and I told the girls all the stories about when I was younger and my dad would take me out. My dad still does it now to this day at this time of year. Go out at night time after it's got dark and listen for the stags bovine. And yeah, I guess that's, you know, in itself is teaching them something. They didn't know about rutting season. They didn't know about, you know, how stags make a noise to be attractive to the female deer so they can create a baby that will be born in the spring. So we talked about all of that sort of thing, and yes, that is educational, but I still feel like I'm falling short on that, you know, core maths and English stuff. I mean, we are doing it, but I just doubt myself on an absolute daily basis if I'm doing enough. So I've said they can have a bit of chill down time since we've got in, and then I'm going to print them out a maths mystery each to do, because Kev managed to fix the printer. Hooray! I was looking at new printers yesterday thinking I really do not need to be spending on a new printer this close to Christmas, because to get the equivalent of ours but newer, it was about £100, and I was like, I don't want to spend that much money. So yeah, he's bought me flowers, bought me sweets, wrote me a lovely card, cleaned the kitchen, fixed the printer. I mean, now I'm gonna have to find some way in which I can say thank you back. I've just been down to Sainsburys to pick up the bits we need for tea. Decided it's definitely a sweet chilli chicken and egg fried rice kind of day. But they had all of their back to school supplies, or what was the back to school supplies, all on clearance. I just stumbled across it on the end of one of the aisles, and there were some real bargains to be had. So I don't know if it's going to be the same in every store. It is also 25% off clothing all weekend, although it was a bit of a letdown in our shop. There was not a lot there, but if you are in need of clothing, it might be worth a look. But if you're in need of school supplies, it's definitely worth a little look. I got all sorts of bits. You could buy a whole huge pack of Sharpies for £3.75. I didn't buy a whole pack of Sharpies. I picked them up and then I put them back, and then I picked them up and then I said, don't be stupid. You really don't want Sharpies in your house. Put them back. And I put them back. I got some pens for like Riley for school. These were reduced. I don't know what I've done with the receipt, but I could do with telling you the actual prices because it was super cheap. Nothing was over £2. Most things were like under £1. So loads of pens for school. All those ones were 75p for you, just basic pens. I always give him nice pens at the beginning of a school year and about halfway through, but he's terrible for losing his pens or just shoving them in a pocket and then they go through the washing machine, and then I get really cross. So I like to have a backup of just like basic pens. However, 75p for Papermate is really good. I then got these. I got 2 packs of these for the girls. They're the ones where you get like the one that makes it go invisible, the pen that makes it, the invisible ink pen. I got a pack each, and I'm going to actually put them away for Christmas because I don't need them right now. And to go along with those, I then saw these were reduced to £1.50 Barbie notebooks, and you get plain paper in the front and lined paper in the back. So I thought if I put that and that together, that'll make like a nice little gift for them at Christmas. So those are going to go away for that day. I bought Felicity a Christmas present. This was reduced to £13.50, and then I obviously got Jamie's colleague discount on top, which made it like just over £11, and that's a Rainbow High tween doll. She's asked for these for Christmas. Paper, I got a huge pad of lined paper. That was reduced to £2, I think it was, and the pads of pastel drawing paper, it's all pastel colours, were reduced to 75p. And there was one other thing I think I got for Riley, which were these are Sharpie, but Sharpie creative markers, and they say paint effect, no bleed through onto paper. They were reduced to £2.25, and he always used to ask for the Posco, is it Posco? Something along those lines, pens, and they used to be really expensive. I'm not sure if they're as expensive now as what they used to be, but I saw those and I thought, oh, he can give those a go. I wonder what they're like. Might encourage him to do some drawing, probably won't, but the idea, the thought is there. But I feel like I've just started to pick up Christmas bits, and it makes me feel much better about something else that I've been finding overwhelming, which is Christmas shopping. Because as I said the other day when I went to Home Bargains on my own, I don't get to go out on my own like I used to, which means it's getting closer and closer, and I know it's still ages away, but when you've got a lot of people to think about and buy for, it pays to be organised, and I haven't been, so that has been stressing me out a little bit. But I've started to pick bits and bobs up, and I love a bargain, so I'm super happy I managed to get that doll for, I think it was like £11 something. And they have all started writing their Christmas lists and giving them to me, so I feel like I'm starting to gain a little bit of control over that situation. But I best get home because we need to start cooking some form of dinner, and I've been out for just under, oh, I like to listen to loud music when I'm on my own because Felicity hates loud music, so whenever I get the radio above 10 she says it's too loud, so when I go out I like to blast it. But yeah, I've been out for almost an hour, so I best get home. Who's cooked the tea tonight? Me. Did you? You cooked it all? What have we got, chef?
Sweet chicken and eggy rice.
Sweet
and normal rice.
And normal rice. Who has the normal rice?
Me and Riley.
You and Riley. Looks delicious.
And so am I cooking.
You're cooking? Did you?
So am I chicken.
Oh, you're chicken? This is Sienna's sweet chilli chicken that she's cooked all by herself.
It isn't yellow.
It's not meant to be yellow, is it?
No, it's yellow, but I'm yellow.
In that
Oh.
Good evening, guys. So me and this little cheeky monkey on a... Go on, I'll go for a bit forward. Show on your wheels.
Lego!
They're all glowing up. So we're just off to the shop. I'm going to grab a beer. We need to get some jellies and some more cowpole.
Daddy,
Hold on.
we need to get enough
Press this
jelly.
over.
We need to get enough jelly for me and Felicity like 2 weeks every day.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to get. Yeah, so just had sweet chili chicken, which little helper here help me cook.
We're a long way away in the dark. We're just going to one stop, but right down this road.
That's right. Just going to go to one stop. So we're going to end it here. Hold on, I'll have to pause it. So we're going to end it here. I'm just going to spin it round so you see Sienna scooting. Go on then. Whoa!